All right, y'all. This big report came out earlier per CBS Sports. Nebraska is preparing for the possibility of Dylan Riaola could enter the transfer portal. This is per CBS Sports, Chris Hummer. Now, obviously, to me, y'all, this is no surprise, right? When your brother decommits, that kind of tells you all you need to know, right? Because they want to play together. And they have a lot of history going back to Nebraska itself, right? But 2 seasons, obviously, he had a fibula injury, ended up being out for the year. It's very interesting because you would think he would want to stick it out with Nebraska. They've had, I won't say like great seasons. They haven't made the CFP yet, but they've been competitive. But my biggest question is I wonder where he will go, right? Obviously, playing in the Big Ten, you play with the Cornhuskers. What's next for Dylan Riaola? And I'm not too sure. And likely it could be a package deal knowing the family, right? Only reason I said it is because both of the brothers want to play together. As you see here, Raiola's brother decommitted from the Huskers last week. Program's bracing for Dylan to explore his future options. So, like I said, it's free agency, as y'all know. That's why I call it transfer portal. Transfer portal is free agency. So, who's going to take both? Like I said. So, it's very interesting to say the least, man. It's going to be, interesting to see who's going to take both. Where could he possibly go? I'm not sure. When I look at quarterbacks, where does he want to play, right? Does he want to play SEC? Does he want to play ACC, right? A team I'm going to throw out there, not knowing anything, just objectively thinking that I know is going to want a quarterback after he leaves and Carson Beck is Miami. I think Miami may be interested in Raiola, and they're going to surround him with the weapons in order to do what he needs to do. You know what I'm saying? So he's going to have the team around him in order to be special. So I think Miami could be in play. Now, again, I'm not thinking about the brother. I'm strictly thinking about Dylan Riaola. So Miami's one. I think VT could be an interesting one as well because Kyron Jones is a senior. Obviously, James Franklin's going to do a really good job recruiting. He's going to need that bridge quarterback. So that could be an option for him as well. I'm going to go out on the limb and throw out Virginia in that conversation as well. Virginia, Chandler Morris is going to graduate this year. From obviously the Cavaliers. He came over from North Texas. He's leaving after this year. That could be another team that you may see, him go to with obviously an open spot to compete and contend. An interesting one to put your eyes on depends on who they hire, right? Brian Daboll has been kind of linked to Penn State. He's been wearing the gear, the paraphernalia. Coach Saban kind of backed him today. He wouldn't mind seeing him at Penn State. That might be a solution for him as well. He might just stay in the Big Ten and go to Penn State. They've been needing another quarterback, right? Unfortunately, it didn't work out with their quarterback. Bo Pribula transferred to Missouri, right? And obviously, Drew Allen didn't pan out to how and what he was supposed to be. So that's a team that's going to want to win. He could easily go in there and compete and win a starting job. So those would be some I would throw out. Again, this is just me looking at teams' rosters and thinking off the top of my dome. I definitely would say Miami. I definitely would throw out Virginia Tech. Penn State is an option for him as well. Those seem like probably the best fit starting out early off, unless he wants to go out west and potentially go to one of those California schools. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see, what he ends up doing, but I would say those would be the 3 or 4 options I would say for Dylan Riaola that makes the most plausible sense. Y'all comment down below though, man, where you guys think Dylan Riaola should go. Let me know down in the comments.